Going on, Chicago Tough Sports fans? I'm Anthony, and I'm here with Paul Hitman, awesome, sexy, super funny, lovable Connor, and Scott.
Yeah, fuck it. Yay!
Hey! What's going on, gentlemen?
Yo,
what's
going on?
Well, tonight we're probably doing one of our last Sox shows for a little bit. As you all may know, the Astros beat the living shit out of the White Sox in Game 4 to pretty much end their season. Let me get my little spiel out of the way, my little input. Scott, I think you said in a message that I went way overboard with some things I was tweeting.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Shockingly overboard. To the point where I almost deleted them without telling you. Right.
It's just I was mad. I'm really glad that we waited to do the show. We waited a day. Long day at work today. I was able to sit and think about the season as a whole. They had a really good season. Like you said, there's no reason to be mad. I feel I have the right to be upset, to be disappointed a little bit. But to be mad and say some of the things I said, it's just stupid. It's stupid. It really was stupid.
Fuck this team. Yeah. Fuck everybody in Chicago. Fuck you all.
Yeah, right. But I'm gonna say it anyways. Like, what the fuck? I didn't expect them to go in there and just mop the floor with the Astros, but I didn't expect them to get destroyed the way they did. 3 games out of 4. What? They won 1 out of 4 games.
Somebody said Astros in 4 too. I forgot who that was. We'll have to go back to the old video.
I think it was Jimmy.
We'll have to watch. No, I think it was me. But go ahead.
Okay. It was Scott. Scott said
that. Okay. Yeah.
Scott said that.
And when we first started doing this, I said my favorite pitcher this year was going to be Dylan Cease. He really disappointed me. He went 1 2/3, I think, or 2 1/3, maybe.
It was 1 2/3.
Yeah, that was depressing for me. It was. I was so upset. It made me want to shoulder check the shit out of somebody, or pick someone up and just drop them without going through the motion, or chase someone down the street with a goddamn hockey stick after getting hit in the nuts. Response? You have to respond, Scott.
I'm muted.
Oh.
First of all, you weren't going to hit me with that hockey stick.
Oh.
And that's what you get for playing hockey. You won't play a goalie. Well, you should have wore a cup.
Yeah, I know.
But
you promised me. I was just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm glad we waited a day. This team's going to be really good in the future. They really are. They obviously need to make some moves to get to that level where they need to be.
Right.
Pitching. I'll just say they need some pitching, some more pitching, I should say. But no, they're going to be okay. Like, I was just really pissed off. I expected a lot more out of them, I guess. Maybe too much. I was kind of telling people after thinking about this, what it kind of boiled down to in my head. This was a team of mainly kids with no experience in the postseason against a bunch of veteran men with lots of postseason experience. That's kind of what I brought it down to myself. So, but they're going to be okay. I kind of opened my mind a little bit. I kind of looked at the whole picture and not just these last 4 games. Yeah, I know. I was one of those stupid, ignorant fans that we can't.
Did you untie them? Did you? Oh, that's probably not a good joke to make. Never mind. Carry on.
No.
Never mind. I was going to make a very dark joke. Go ahead.
No, I mean that's all I have for right now. So I'll let you guys take over. So, let's Scott, you go first.
It's hard to win the World Series, right? Is
Yes.
that the statement of the day? I mean, yeah, like it's upsetting. Sure, of course you want them to go further. I mean, they should have gone further. Their expectations were to go further, but they ran into a team that's better than them. I mean, I think that's just as simple as it is. I don't think there's no analytics behind it. The Sox don't have an ace. Sorry, they don't.
No.
They don't have a guy you can go, okay, go out there and get us this win like Lance McCullers is. A guy like Max Scherzer or something like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like with even guys that like Cease, I mean, it was his first playoff start.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like, I'm fine with that. I know it sucks. The results aren't pretty. You don't like seeing the team getting the shit kicked out of them, but they were in the playoffs. They were 2 wins away from the Final Four. I know that's, for some people, that's not good enough, but I mean, it's hard to win, man. It's hard to win a series, especially against a team like Houston, who's been there. They know what they're doing. A very good baseball team. Yeah, I mean, we could, like, I know we're going to get into the future stuff with him, man, so I'll let him make his first statement now, and then we'll all go from there. But yeah, I mean, the Sox will be back. They'll be okay.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. I mean, it's okay to feel disappointed. I'm disappointed because I predicted the White Sox to win in 4. That was the fan in me. I didn't really think with my brain with this, but it's also annoying, in a way, because all the crap that we've talked about through our text messages and read on social media came back to bite this team in the butt. I mean, the lack of situational hitting, the asinine managerial decisions that came up once again, in the playoffs. The fact that they couldn't hit, and I'm going to say a 4-letter word that I know Scott loves: walks. It's the walks hurt this team. I mean, it's the bum slang. It's all the stuff that we talked about.
That was 5 letters, by the way. But go ahead. Walks. That's 5. Go ahead.
Walk. Okay. All right. My bad. But a letter that Scott.
You're saying they walked more than 5 Astro batters. What's he holding up 5 for? But I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah. So my bad. So it's they got to beat by a better. They got to beat by a better team, and that's okay. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I maybe the White Sox overachieved this year. I mean, just think about it. Just think about the injuries that they had this year to 2 of their key guys, and they still were able to win 93 games, and then get production from random guys, every single day. There's an argument to be made that this team overachieved, and that's okay, and that's fine, but they just got beat by a better team. The Astros are good. It was a tough matchup, and especially when they didn't get home field for the first round. And matter of fact, I don't even know if they would have got home field in the first round, that would have mattered anyway. That's how good the Astros are. The White Sox are not fundamentally sound. You know what else the White Sox are not? They're not mentally strong right now, because they got too many guys. If things go wrong, they shut down. Dylan Cease is one of them.
Yeah.
Yohan Moncada is another one.
Yep. The thing with Cease, I texted you guys. Was the second inning that missed call strike 3, the missed call, yeah. And then he just started walking guys. And I texted you guys, they need to pull him out now. It got to him. You just saw the frustration in his face, and then it was just outside, blowing away, walk. It was just bad. He should have been pulled right away.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good season, 93 wins, but I do think there was a level of overachievement with that, especially when you don't have your. There's something that Scotty and I talked about yesterday. They went practically 100 games this year without their top 6 batters in the lineup. You name me a team. honestly, that will lose that don't have their top 6 batters in the lineup and they still win 93 games. That's overachievement.
Yeah.
That's why my level of concern isn't as high, I don't think, as you two. But yeah, I mean, health, of course. Yeah, of course it matters. I mean, who knows if they'll be healthy next year? They could be hurt all next year too.
Right.
But,
right.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're good enough that, yeah, like, I'm not worried. I don't know if they're going to win a World Series. I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever get out of the division series. I don't know. But I think they can. With a few more tweaks. They got to play better defense. That they don't do well. They played all right in the playoffs, but I mean, when you're letting up 10 runs a game, when you're letting up 6 walks and 5 of them score a game, it's hard to win that way. That's a weird way to play baseball and win.
Well, it's the defense. It's not using, whatever kind of metrics that are at your disposal, in terms of, if a guy is a pull hitter, but yet you're still playing him opposite of that, and then he pulls the ball, or it's just stuff like that the Astros did better than the White Sox.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily know if, for example, if there's something that La Russa is preaching to the guys, or if Rick Hahn is telling La Russa, this is how we're going to do this, and La Russa's kind of like, I've been managing for 80 years. This is what I know. That's kind of where I'm at with this. So I mean, that's why I do think that as fun as this season was, and it truly was, it was a fun year. This offseason going to tell a lot about this franchise. I mean, they got some serious questions that they need to be answered by the time the winter meetings come around, in a couple of months, because, it's make or break for this offseason, in my opinion.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'm curious because I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm curious to hear what you have to say.
In terms of questions that need to be answered.
Yeah, like if this off season or bust, like I don't know where that comes from. I mean, you might be right. I don't know.
I wouldn't say it's bust. I just said that it's they have. Here, we always talk about how the White Sox are in this window, right? That this
and the window literally just opened.
Right. So in order for that window to continue to be as large as it possibly can be, number one, the players got to be better. And I'm talking specifically, Eloy, Robert, and Moncada. Because those are the 3, pillars of this team. Tim Anderson, he's going to continue to improve. I mean, he's done that. But you also got to look at
good. Robert wasn't good?
No, Robert was going to say he has to continue to improve. And what I mean by that also, he has to continue to improve, continue to be that, what Steve Stone said, could be the best player in the game, right?
Right.
So what I also think needs to happen is the front office got to decide what they want to do in terms of, are they going to open up checkbooks? Are they going to pay money? Are they going to nickel and dime this? That's what
I'm afraid of, yeah.
That's what I mean by, everybody involved has to make sure that that window stays open. Because if you're going to nickel and dime this, then you're just going to waste this. It's pointless at this point. I don't know. I mean, you still got to ask the question of, what do you do with Carlos Rodon? You still got to ask the question of, are you going to buy out Dallas Keuchel? I mean, there's already a report that basically said that they're going to pick up Kimbrel's option and trade him, which is I'm okay with. That's fine. But do you guys know what the qualifying offer is for Carlos Rodon? It's $18.4 million.
So yeah, that's an easy no answer.
Is it? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, personally, I would sign Rodon to a 3-year deal worth maybe 42 to 43 million. But
Well, yeah,
those
if
2
they
other
could do
years
that,
are
but
options.
yeah, I mean, if they can restructure a deal, sure. But if he's going to look for, if he's going into the free agent market, because this might be his only chance to make money, like big
Right.
money.
Right.
Right. No, I mean, I'm not giving him no $20 million a year. Oh, no, absolutely not. No, that's
Right.
an
That's
easy.
why
If you're going to restructure it, yeah, sure. But no, I mean,
that's why I'm saying, like, those are the questions that they need to ask. What do you do with Keiko money? Is Jerry gonna eat $16.8 million? I don't know. Do you attach Keiko to a Kimbrel trade just so you can get rid of him? I mean, it's these things that I feel like, with this White Sox team is of importance. Need a second baseman, need a right fielder, need a couple of bullpen pitchers, starting pitcher maybe. What happens with Kopech next year? That's why I'm saying, like, there's tons of questions around a team that won 93 games.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like. You're presenting the questions, but I think you're putting too much into them. I don't think they're. I get what you're saying. Like the Keiko thing. Keiko, like, he'll probably be there next year. He'll probably be like a Ronaldo, right? I don't know if he'll start in the minor leagues. I'm not saying that, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. They still have like right fielders. I don't know if they're going to sign a right fielder because I don't know about Cespedes. I don't know about Oscar Colas or whatever, right? I don't know like how long those kids are away. So yeah, like I don't know. I just don't have the same. See, I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong. I don't know. I don't have the same sense of urgency. Like that doesn't strike me as like panic mode or anything. I don't know.
The only thing that's concerning me is the second. It's not even a huge concern. It's the second base situation. Someone told me at work today.
But I mean,
on the score, I don't know if it's true. You guys would probably know. They said they suggested move Moncada back to second base and go get a third baseman. I don't know how true that is.
Well, it depends on who that third baseman is. Yeah.
One of my suggestions, which I was going to bring up, what I told Scotty last night, was maybe you mess around and you move Andrew Vaughn to second base. You can't get any worse than
that. Yeah.
Maybe you can't get any worse than Hernandez, right? Yeah. I mean, that's one. My offseason plan, at least for the lineup, was go out and get Schwarber, take your chances in right field, with Sheets and Angle until Cespedes is ready, and move Vaughn to second base and spend your money pitching wise. But that's just me kind of thinking like how Jerry Reinsdorf would think in terms of, what's the budget, how they're going to do stuff. Because, a lot of these players are going to get raises. And maybe you're right, Scotty. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but I'm also looking at it from, and as Tony would know, I think about the business side of things. How Jerry Reinsdorf thinks. Is he going to open up that checkbook?
Right. Yeah. That I'm with you. Yeah, that I'm with you on. I just like the core they have. I mean, and that they're secure for now. I mean, yeah, of course, pitching is important. You need a starter, and yeah, who knows with Kopech? Yeah, who knows? But I don't know.
The core is great.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with right field. Like I said, I don't know how far along. What's his name? Yoliki?
Yeah, Cespedes. Yeah.
Cespedes. Yeah, like I don't know if that's the answer next year or the year after that. I'm sure it's in the near, somewhat near future. But I mean, I think the number one acquisition they could go at now. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's been a name floated out there in our circle for a while. He had a down year last year, but he's a free agent, and I don't think the Mets re-signed him. Is Michael Conforto?
Oh, sure, he's cheap. He's cheap.
Well, yeah, he had a down year last year too. So I mean, he's not getting a max contract anywhere.
No.
I think that's a perfect fit. You get a lefty bat who can play right field.
Yep.
That's like 1A for me. I mean, I know, yeah, I mean, maybe a pitcher, but I mean, yeah, because I think Conforto's a pretty good defender too. I don't think he's great, but I mean, I think he's able.
No, he's good. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would fit perfectly into this lineup. And again, this is just just wishful thinking on my part. But I mean, yeah, I mean, if they could sign, who's the third baseman they were going after in the remember the trade deadline?
I mean, there was Escobar, there was Trevor Story, there was
Story. Isn't he a free agent?
Yeah, I mean, and then there's also Adam Frazier. I think he has a year left with the Padres, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the Padres decide they want to blow shit up because they're bad. Not bad, but they choke. But I mean,
well, Marcus Simeon too would probably be the top candidate, but he probably hit himself into like a $25 million contract.
Right, and that's why I was just kind of thinking about the questions, because I don't know if they're going to pony up and pay for some of these tier 1 free agents. They might be looking at tier 2. I mean, it's Conforto is a good suggestion. Maybe you get a Eduardo Escobar, to play second base for 2 years until somebody's ready in your minors.
Right.
Well,
that's what they did last year with the Adam Eaton. They went into the bargain bin,
Yeah.
Or hopefully they'll learn from that. I don't know if I don't know if that's how they think. I don't know if they learn from that if they take that as a mistake. They should. Obviously, they should.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that was clearly a failed experiment. I don't trust. I know everybody in the Sox fans love Adam Engel. He's not the answer. I'm sorry. Good kid. I like him. He's a good defender, but I don't want him batting 500 times a year.
No, but
I don't want that in right field.
In my estimation, it'll be some sort of combination of, Engel and Gavin Sheets, in right field. But I mean, but that's me thinking like, they're going to nickel and dime this.
I get it. Maybe Gavin. Yeah, that's tough. I don't want to say, because I don't know what Gavin Sheets. You don't know what you're going to get. Maybe he's going to be a Michael Conforto-like player. Maybe he will be a guy that hits 30 home runs. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what they're going to do and just rely on him. That's a good. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. Wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It's probably what they're going to do. He's probably going to be a right fielder next year.
I mean, and that's unfortunately. I mean, unless.
All right, I'm panicking.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean to make everyone panic, but I mean, those are the questions that I've been thinking about since the season was over. I mean,
I'm kidding. I'm not panicking.
Right, but as I stated last night, the issue with second base, you weren't going to have Magical for the playoffs. I mean, you wasn't going to. He was out for the year, but the Kimbrel trade just made second base a huge crater right now because you don't have that guy coming back. Now they got to go out and spend money to try to get a second base, or you move on to second base.
I can't get mad at him. I can't get mad at him for that because at the time I loved the deal.
No. I'm not mad at the deal. I'm not mad at the deal.
Yeah. They took a shot at something and it just didn't work out.
Right.
In theory, having two closers is good, but I mean, it didn't work out the way they wanted it to.
Right.
So.
Yeah, maybe they'll. I don't know. I don't know what maybe starting pitching is the key. I mean, I think that's probably a stupid statement. Of course it is, but I mean, for the Sox this offseason, I don't know. Like, do they go after a Robbie Ray? Do they go after? They're not going to go after Scherzer. I don't see them doing like a 1-year deal kind of thing. That'd be cool, but
I mean, do they pony money for Stroman?
Yeah, but it's Stroman.
That's the thing. Like, does Stroman want to come here if La Russa comes back? I don't know. And that's another thing. We don't even know if La Russa is going to be back next year.
Right.
So the White Sox might be looking for
Well,
a
no,
manager in a
if the
couple
guy,
months.
right. Well, that's fine. They can find a manager. I don't know who, but yeah. Yeah, but no, like, I don't. If Stroman's not going to do it, I mean, if he's going to bitch about coming here, then don't come here. That's fine. I don't care.
All right.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I would love to have a guy like Marcus Stroman, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. Trust me, we've done the Tony La Russa show a few times, and it's like I don't think it's going anywhere. So
No, but like I said, I mean, who knows? He made a comment today that made it seem like, if management and the players want me back, I'll be back.
I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what the key decision maker in that process is thinking, and that key decision maker is Jerry Reinsdorf.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can honestly say, that this offseason is going to be dependent on Jerry.
Yeah. Gonna be interesting. Maybe they'll shock us. You never know.
Hey, I hope one November morning I wake up and they spend a bunch of money on getting Marcus Semien. They spent $25 million on Marcus Semien. That's fine. But do I expect that? No. I expect him to go for tier 2 or even tier 3. or they'll decide that they want to go from within.
Well, yeah, if they're going in like tier 3 territory, I'd rather them just like what you said, train Andrew Vaughn. Tell him right now, hey Andrew, start taking some ground balls.
They're gonna call Gordon Beckham and see if he wants to play baseball again.
Oh God! I mean, they actually toyed with that idea for a game this past season where they actually had him play second base. Hell, Jake Berger plays second base.
Yeah, I'm sure he could do it. I mean,
yeah.
And like you said, it'd be bad. I'd rather have him than
Hernandez.
So yeah.
So
I mean, like I said, all the wounds are fresh, so it hurts right now. But I mean, like I try to tell Tony, like the pain comes, then the pain goes. In between there shouldn't be any tweeting. And Tony was prime in the middle of that fucking anger when he sent all those tweets out yesterday.
Yeah,
or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I had to call him and check on him to make sure he was okay.
Yeah.
I was like, this man's not going to make it through the night.
No, like I said, it's okay to be upset. I mean, it's okay to. I'm sorry, disappointed.
Yeah.
We're all disappointed.
I had my expectations too high for him. That's all it was.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't. I mean, they're in the World Series or bust window right now, but they know they have work to do, and that's what, pretty much we've been saying the last 20 minutes. That's what they got to do this offseason. But like I said, I don't know how much they covet these guys, the Coas and Cespedes. I keep going back to them. I mean, who knows? They can be another Luis Robert. I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to over exaggerate everything, but.
No, I mean, I get what you're saying. And look, I don't want to make it seem like, I'm all gloom and doom, which I'm not, but, you want to see help. You want to see incremental improvements. And another thing that I'm kind of worried about, when do we start seeing that decline of Abreu? I mean, dare I say you have to kind of Jose Abreu proof this team at some point?
Yeah, but then I feel okay with Vaughn taking his spot. I'm not saying he's going to be Jose Abreu, but.
Hey, look, if Jose Abreu turns out to be Nelson Cruz, awesome.
Right. Yeah, right. Which I mean, he has all the potential in the world to be, I mean, the one thing that scares me too is we're already in year 3 of Grandal.
Yeah.
Is this his final year?
No.
Or do you have 4?
we just had first one was the COVID year.
Yeah, so
This is
this
second.
season is his third season.
So this is the second one, so we're going into his third next year.
This is third
Third next year. I thought it was a 4-year
third
deal.
and final. Oh, okay, maybe it was a
It was
4-year
a
deal.
four-year,
Okay,
4-year deal, I think.
okay.
Tony, check.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to check?
Yeah, check. I mean, that's another thing. I mean, they got to figure out who's going to be backup catcher. If they got to go out and find somebody, or if they like Zach Collins or Selby Zavala.
Let's see.
Right.
I mean, that's
That I can tell you is something I'm not worried about.
what the backup catcher.
Chicago.
Oh.
I got it. The Chicago White Sox signed Yasmani Grandal to a 4-year contract.
Okay.
Yeah, $73 million.
Okay.
He'll get 18 and a quarter each season.
All right. Well, he's the highest paid positional player on the team.
Yeah.
And he had a good offensive year. Defensively, he was bad. Offensively, he was spectacular.
Right.
I think he led the league in pass balls.
Ugh.
I mean, the third highest paid player in the team has to be better, and that's Yohan Moncada. He's got to be better.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a disappointment for me this year. Not a big disappointment. It's just he could have played better. He should have played better.
Well, I mean, defensively he was fine. Offensively,
yeah, at the plate.
Yeah, he left a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
And look, we're all huge fans of Moncada. We just want to. I think, as he goes, the White Sox are just so much better when he's stroking.
Sorry.
All right.
We're all better when we're stroking.
Yeah, right. Tell me about it.
Yeah, Moncada should be like a 30 home run a year guy, I thought. Like when he first came up.
Yeah.
That's what I thought he was going to be, but I mean, he hasn't been yet. So.
No, I mean his power numbers were down. I mean, he started hitting for power towards the end of the year. Then once the playoffs start,
Right.
There was really nothing. And then Eloy struggled towards the end of the year to really pick it back up. I'm hoping, he can get his head on straight. I'm not concerned about Luis Robert. That dude's going to be a top 5 to 10 player in baseball.
They got a little taste of what it takes to succeed in the postseason. Now, I think come next season they'll have a different state of mind. They'll have their heads on straight, a little straighter.
But I'm also wondering.
What's up?
I was going to say.
Me?
I'm also. I was going to say I'm also wondering what kind of trades will we see this offseason? Because there's always one. One Rick Hahn trade that you were like, where did that come from?
No, I'm not saying trade him. I'm saying his name always comes up when it comes to trades.
No, they won't. They won't trade him. I don't know. Like instead of them going after a big name pitcher in a free agency, they'll probably trade somebody. That'll be their 1A acquisition.
Yeah.
Because that's what Lance Lynn was last
year. And adding Kopech could be a good thing too. You never know if that's the route they go with him. I mean,
we don't. Yeah, we don't know. I mean, he might be an Andrew Miller type. We don't know. Hell,
right.
Kopech might decide to put Kopech in that, and what could have been that should have been that Kimbrough role. But we don't know.
I still think you got to try him as a starter, though. You got to try.
I agree with you, but the thing that I'm concerned with is, especially if you bring back Carlos Rodon, there's no place for him because you still got to find somebody who's going to take on Keuchel's money. Because I don't think Jerry's going to eat $16.5 million.
Yeah, right. No, Keuchel will be in the rotation, I'm assuming, next year. Yeah, with that money left.
Yeah.
No, I mean, maybe it's not the popular decision, but if I have to choose, okay, I'd get rid of Carlos Rodon and give Kopech a chance. Could be a catastrophe. I don't know. But
I mean, I'm like you. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I
got to give Kopech a chance. He's too special of a talent to just sit in the bullpen for now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't envy Rick Hahn and Kitty Williams right now. But one of the things that I will say, if I'm them, I'm going to Jerry and telling Jerry to go open up the checkbook. I'm like, there's no reason why, if it's money, you were 14th in all of Major League Baseball in attendance. I think you're okay.
Yeah.
I think you're okay. You got 2 playoff games where were sold out. I think you're okay.
Oh. Fuck. Oh. Yeah.
So I mean, I would. I don't want to hear anything regarding a budget this offseason. If you got targets, go get them.
Well, the 2 biggest targets would be, I mean, for playing on the infield would be what? Simeon and Story, right?
Simeon, Story. You can try and, if you want to make a huge splash and piss off Cub fans, maybe you make a play for Baez.
What about Bryant?
Play him you can make a play for Bryant. You can play Bryant anywhere.
Yeah.
I like Chris.
That motherfucker was in center field the other night.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. It's just
That'd be a hell of a pick him up, put him at third, move Yohan to second.
That's something I can get on board with.
Yep.
I mean, I might go make that move in the show. But like I said, I mean that's kind of where we're at. I mean, it's questions. 93-win team with questions.
It'll be interesting. Now that you brought all these points up, I'm anxious. I'm anxious to see what happens.
Look,
I'm excited.
Look, I brought all the questions because, and I'm sure you all would agree, as Sox fans, we want this team to be in the playoffs, have sustained success with the ultimate goal of winning the World Series.
Yep.
But I think you do that by spending a little bit of money, your players getting better, your manager using the players to their best of their ability, and your organization as a whole has to continue to invest in all of that. That's what I want to see, because I don't want to be stuck in the mud with some of these players who are locked up until 2026, and we're constantly seeing first round exits.
Good point.
Yeah, like I said, too early in the window for me to panic yet about that. They have time.
Yeah.
They have time to make up for that. If we're talking about this 3 years from now, then something's up.
No, I think it's fair to ask the question now. I don't know if it's panicking, but I think it's fair to ask it, because I mean this team does have holes right now.
Right.
Until then, I'm gonna sit and sulk and eat Reese's peanut butter cups and eat my depression.
Yeah. I'm coming over.
Come on over. We'll sulk together. But no, that's pretty much all I have, man. I didn't have much.
Yeah, there's nothing more to say. I mean, you got to let the offseason play out, and then come spring training, hopefully the optimism's higher than it was last year.
Yep.
Or this past year.
Look, I mean, everyone was optimistic. I mean, everyone was happy about what this team can bring. It's just a matter of, I don't want to get too far ahead talking about spring training games for next year and say, hey, we want to make sure that Eloy's not dangling on the left field wall, stuff like that. But
him in fucking bubble wrap next year.
yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
Wrap all of them. Abreu in bubble wrap. Wrap. I mean, and here's another question. And I actually brought this up, to a buddy of mine. What do you do in terms of your utility infielder? I mean, man, let's be honest. I mean, we're not all huge, Garcia fans, but he stepped in and played decently down the stretch. That dude's probably going to want to get paid. Yeah, I mean, that dude's going to probably want to get paid. And what's the cutoff point, if for him not to come back?
Well, then you sign and use Hernandez as your utility player. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about that either. I get it, but I mean, yeah. Like I said, if Leury Garcia is a big question in your lineup, then that's what this year was.
Oh,
if
yeah,
he has to play that much, then yeah. Yeah, but I'm not gonna I'm hoping this team's good enough and beyond the fact that we have to worry about, who's on the bench.
Yeah, that's
just me.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, if it's Leury, fine. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of guys out there you can find, like Leury Garcia.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who off the top of my head, but I'm sure if you punch in his stat line, his slash line, I'm sure you can find more than a handful of guys that can fill that role.
No, I'm sure, but if LaRusse was back, he loves him. He's probably gonna want him back. I don't know if I want to pay $6-7 million to keep him.
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, if that prevents it from spending elsewhere, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Right. I mean, that's what it comes down to, the budget.
Right. Well, that's the sucky thing, that you don't know the budget, You don't know what the cap is, obviously.
Yeah,
what Jerry's...
Right. I mean,
Jerry's willing to spend.
Right. Every other sport, there's a quote-unquote salary cap or a luxury tax, but we don't know how much, just like you said, how much Jerry's willing to spend. That's why I'm kind of hoping that whenever they sit down, since the season's over, kind of go over their all-season plan, they say, hey, Jerry, we need to open up the checkbook. We need to open up your pockets a little bit to get these guys so we can. And the thing is, like, I want to make sure that we're maximizing, Robert, Anderson, Moncada, those guys. And, that's just me, because I want this team, and you two as well, want to be great. That's all.
How are they not maximized?
How are they not?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, going forward, I want to see them maximize the window. That's all I'm saying. Maximize the window?
What do you mean? Yeah, like
continue bring in good players to complement or to maximize what's already here.
Right. Okay. So, right. I get that.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
But I'm just back to my earlier thing. Not to be a dick, I wouldn't worry about who the backup catcher is going to be next year, or the utility infielder. Yeah.
Those are just two of the questions that I have, because I look at crap like that. Because
I get it. You're looking at the whole picture, but I mean,
right.
One page at a time. That's how I view it.
Yeah, well, it's all good.
All right.
That's all I got.
We always have that one moment where we get to that awkward pause.
Yeah, right. I'm just really tired. I'm really tired.
Tony, give out want to give out the Twitter page and the YouTube.
Give out the Twitter page.
Yeah.
I've done that already.
Well, we got another video. Don't you think you should do it again?
Oh, I'm so tired, Hitman. Can't think straight. Well, no, seriously. No, if you guys don't have anything else, I don't want to cut you guys off. So,
No, we're good.
so
We're good. Good season. Disappointed they didn't go further, but they'll be back. I just want to see more. That's all.
thank you to both of you for reeling me back in because I was way the fuck out there.
Yeah, that's part of our job.
Like my fucking dog died or something. I was just it was bad. So
Like the way you were tweeting, I thought they'd missed the playoffs or something. I didn't know what happened.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
it's okay. That's what makes you you. Your emotions are the funny part of you.
Yeah, I know. I'm a dickhead.
That's why I like your wrestling. That's why I like your wrestling show so much, because you're ready to hang yourself, and then Hitman's there with the ladder trying to get you down. That's how every wrestling show.
You have to look at the business side. Fuck the business side. Body
I
slam.
want Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Too many super kicks, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Yeah, Bray Wyatt needs to start super kicking and doing Canadian destroyers.
Yeah, but then kick out. Then
And
make
then
sure you
kick
kick
out.
out. False finish.
Yes.
False finish, yeah.
Kick out and do
You
a
gotta do
super kick.
4.
So,
Make
okay.
sure you do 4 false finishes before you tap out switch chokehold.
Oh,
2021 wrestling. Love it.
a mandible claw.
Bite his hand.
Yeah, right.
You son of a bitch. Just bite his hand. You can bite his fingers off. You win.
Okay.
Right.
We're done. So, all right.
Wrestling show. When's the next wrestling show, you two?
I don't know. Hitman, when's the
I
next
know.
wrestling show?
We'll figure it out.
I'm not watching the Crown Jewel because that's just stupid.
You're letting down the people.
Yeah, I know.
No, I think we should watch Crown. I think we should have a show at the Crown Jewel, because that's going to lead
Yeah.
to. Because I think Crown Jewel is kind of like the restart.
Oh.
The stuff with the draft starts after that.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the end of the season and start of a new season now, since that's like I don't know, I hate to use the term Saudi Arabia WrestleMania. I mean, that's exactly what it is. The Saudi Arabia WrestleMania.
I like that.
Sounds offensive to me.
No, wasn't trying to be offensive, but I mean,
I don't know.
it's
It is 2021, yeah.
Yeah, right.
it is what it is.
All right.
Right.
Anyways, let's end this. I'm tired. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, to the channel. Check out our Twitter page that Hitman made, Chicago Tough Sports Pod over on Twitter. And me and Hitman, we're gonna work on some Chicago Bulls shows. Talk about the Chicago Bulls. Scott, I think you and your brother are gonna maybe try to work on some Blackhawks stuff.
Yeah, we started talking about it today, very early in the process. We'll
Yeah.
figure something out.
And then
Yeah.
hopefully
Our first
tomorrow-
Bulls,
What's up?
Bears tomorrow. Then you and I will do Bulls on Friday.
Yes, sir. So I'm looking
Very
forward to that.
excited. Very excited.
So, all right. Until next time.
Stay tough.
Good night. Yes, stay tough.